I'm going to critique the Ritz Carlton penthouse triplex in Istanbul listed for $9.7 million. I'm going to tell you what Enes didn't tell you in this video. If you should buy it, if you shouldn't, I'm going to tell you the flaws. At the end of the video, I'll tell you if it's a good purchase or not. I'm the how to buy the mansion guy. I've critiqued over 1,000 mansions. It's what I do. Let's jump right into the video. It's like a James Bond movie.
Merhabalar. Living in a luxurious residential building can be fun and exciting, especially if you're in the heart of Istanbul at the Ritz Carlton residences. A 3-story penthouse with amazing views. But more importantly, I'm thrilled to welcome you to my home country, 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗃 hoş geldiniz. And now, let's begin.
All right, let's pay attention to the building. That is not a new design. This is a refurbished building. You can tell this is a 1960s, 1970 design from how square these windows are and how that geometric shape was very, very popular in the 60s and 70s. It's very obvious. So it's a redone building, and that's going to affect a lot of things in this video. Okay, wow, look how small that living room is. That's like a 2-bedroom condo, could be anywhere in the world. That's a 2-bedroom condo living room right there.
Hey everyone, welcome to Unit 116, which is a beautiful triplex penthouse that we have on this building. It's actually one of the 6 penthouses.
Okay, just pay attention to how low the ceilings are. Enes could literally, probably if he raises his hand, he could touch the ceiling. And that tells you the age of the building. They didn't have high ceilings back there. They would just stack them up to be able to fit as many units as possible. It was to be economical. And that's just not luxury. Doesn't matter if you put a Ritz Carlton label on it. It's not luxury.
And this particular unit is the kitchen.
Wow, look at the kitchen countertop. It's beautiful, but it's missing stools. I mean, it's this really small living room, as I showed you guys earlier. It would have been nice if there was like an overhang where you had like at least 2-3 stools there where people could hang out in the kitchen and not stand up. That's just another negative.
You have a gorgeous quartz island right in the center.
With waterfall edges, it's also book match up front, and it looks exquisite. Rest of your base cabinets are on the other side. Built-in appliances, open floor plan, and it looks all the way to your living room. Now, Chloe, let's get a close-up on some of the details here. You have dining built-in appliances. These are bronze mirror fronts, and you may ask why you have these fronts. Well, you look at phenomenal views, and it's nice to get the reflection straight from your kitchen.
Now, this entire room features this architectural opening where we have these casement windows facing these incredible views.
All right, I wouldn't call this incredible views for Istanbul. The Bosphorus is way too far. Look how far of a distance it is, and it's such a narrow angle. You don't have a focal point. A good focal point would have been the Bosphorus Bridge or a historical mosque over there, right? That architectural element that you would expect in Turkey. But you don't have anything. You have a bunch of other 1960s buildings that you're looking at. Nothing in my point of view that I look at, I would say, okay, that's an amazing view. I give the view a 6 out of 10. It's just a view. It's nothing special.
Once again, we're in my home country, Turkey, and I'm beyond excited. Look at this view.
That view would have been good, but that's not what you get from the living room. Look at the Blue Mosque. You have the Bosphorus Bridge. That would have been something appealing where you had a focal point to look at.
Let's go to the other side, Cody, so we can show everyone the dining area. You have this beautiful...
All right, the choice of furnishing is questionable at best. They went with this vintage 1960s. Maybe they're trying to pay respect to the history of the building that is from the 1960s. But you would see that at an office in 1960s as well. That metal pieces, it's just the chairs look like an office chair from the 1960s as well. I don't feel the warmth at all.
Now on the other side, we have the living room, but it is more like a gallery space with 5.5 meter high ceiling. And this room gets great now.
He said it himself. It's like a gallery. It's not really a living room. It's such a tiny space. And the art is overwhelming. And the furniture, again, it's just, I'm not digging. I know the 1960s, these chairs are really in, and these poofy sofas are also in. I don't like the color palette. I like this midget general over here. That's cool. Some of the art is good, but it's just too overwhelming. And I don't think it's, the mix of the pop and the 1960s is not a good match for me.
Now, while we're here, I also want to cover the specs of this penthouse. We have 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 410 square meters of space, which includes the interior space as well as the outdoor space that we're going to see on the top floor.
I feel like this is going to be the best part of the whole house.
Listed for 9 million euros, and you're right in the heart of the city. And in the heart of the city lies 𝗕𝗓𝗕, a vibrant neighborhood where luxury meets charm and history. Considered to be one of the most sought-after locations in Istanbul, 𝗕𝗓𝗕 is known for its enchanting streets lined with high-end boutiques.
All right, as far as location goes, 𝗕𝗓𝗕, I would call it the second tier. It's really good neighborhood, but I would put 𝗕beciktaş way above 𝗕𝗓𝗕. Beşiktaş is closer to the water. It's just more, I would say, prestigious. 𝗕𝗓𝗕 is more hip.
This city's energy is absolutely unreal.
Cody has been loving it.
It's exceeded my expectations. I know I said that before, but I feel like as an American, you have such a different idea of what Turkey is. And then you actually get here and it just changes your perspective on just the world. And we were in Paris before this too, and I thought that was gonna be the highlight of the trip. But I've gotta say, I think Istanbul takes the cake on this one.
Istanbul is amazing.
I feel like this Cody guy wants to make sure whatever to happen to the last camera guy doesn't happen to him. But he's absolutely true. If you have not been to Turkey, it is unbelievable. I mean, I've traveled to Istanbul probably 5 to 7 times. Bodrum, Antalya, 𝗕șme, 𝗕zmir. It's beautiful, beautiful country. There's all types of stuff to do, from beach to mountains, historical. And Istanbul by itself, hands down, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I would put it right next to Paris. It's very different than Paris, but it's just this weird mix of, the Islamic world and the European. I mean, literally on one side is Islamic Asia and the other side is the European. It's just such a cool blend where it's very liberal and you can go out and have fun, and at the same time the prayers for the mosques go on, and the food is unbelievable. I mean, if you haven't had Turkish breakfast, or if you ever not traveled on Turkish Airways, I think they have the best food out of any other airline. Definitely visit Turkey. It's an unbelievable country with amazing people.
All right, let's continue our tour. That's it for the living room. Now I want to bring everybody back to the entry. Again, we have stone floors here, hallway closet that houses the washer and dryer, and the door in front of us opens up to a full bathroom. Again, we have stone floors here.
Okay, that's weird. So your powder room has a shower. Again, older building, not the right layout. So there's the bedroom right next to this bathroom that if they want to take a shower, if the guests coming over, they have to go in the living room to go to take a shower, which is, again, weird.
Into a walk-in shower with a rain head, vanity. Originally built for 𝗕𝗓𝗕𝗓𝗔, this unique 21-story concrete structure with its dark facade spanned over 3 city blocks and stood as a testament to the evolution of the city. Later on, 𝗙𝗓𝗃𝗏 Holding commissioned 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗏𝗃 and Mahmut Anlar to restore the building to Ritz Carlton residences, which is very special because this is the first and only Ritz Carlton residences in Europe. All 121 units.
Wow, this is a way nicer unit. You see how open it is? How the living room does not look like a 2-bedroom apartment. That's luxury.
Were designed to take complete...
Or this one. Look at this other unit. Beautiful. It could be the lobby. If it's an actual unit, that would be amazing. Like, this is what you would expect in a $9.7 million unit, not 3 1-bedroom units stacked on top of each other.
All right, let's go check out the second level. Beautiful stone floors, elevator landing to my right. And to my left, we have the second guest suite. But before we check out this space,
did you see that? Did you see the second bedroom on the second floor is a closet? Can you guess why? Watch this.
We want to bring everybody to this side so we can continue our tour with the primary bedroom. Hardwood floors, king-size bed.
All right, this is a tiny primary suite for a $9.7 million penthouse. And it doesn't have a closet. There's no closet, right? The other bedroom is a closet. You can't even call that a bedroom. If your primary bedroom doesn't have a closet and you're designating another bedroom for a closet, don't call it a bedroom. And this is what I'm telling you. When you get a renovated building and you just stick a Ritz Carlton label on it and try to brand it as a luxury unit, and you haven't fixed any of the layout issues. I mean, some of this stuff you can't even fix because of the ceiling heights and stuff. But come on, like, you would have expected this to be kind of a lot more cohesive, but it's not. I mean, you have to go into the hallway to go to your closet, basically.
Now I want to take everybody to the other side. We have the bathroom here. Let me close this door. Come on in with me. Again, beautiful slabs on the floors. Now going to the other side, tucked to the corner, we have this massive freestanding tub, your separate water closet that is glass enclosed.
The water closet has a glass door. Like, they initially wanted to make it a shower and then they changed their mind. What is going on? Why would you want to have it? Either close it off or don't.
Now, getting back out of this bathroom, we go back to the
closet
landing because we gotta check out the second guest suite. Now, instead of making this a guest suite, they turned it into a walk-in closet. But obviously, you can make this a good-sized bedroom.
And make sure your primary doesn't have a closet.
Because not only you have this space, it comes with its own full bathroom. You have the corner walk-in shower.
This is such a horrible design. I mean, that is a massive flaw for the price tag. Massive flaw. Forget about the low ceilings. What the hell is going on? This is the floor. The second floor is like where the family lives. So you can't even have your kids there. You can't even have your kids on the same floor because there won't be any closet space.
And now, let's check out the top floor. All right, here we are at the third floor. Now, to my left, we have the screen that's incorporated to the wall. It's actually your smart home automation. Now, follow me this way. Door at the end opens up.
Wow, another tiny bedroom. Look at that bed. That is ridiculously small. That is ridiculously small. That's the smallest single bed I've ever seen.
To the fourth guest suite. And the door behind me opens up to the terrace. This outdoor space, without a doubt, is the focal point of this penthouse. To my right, we have a raised pool, which is also heated. Then we have built-in planters, nice landscaping, glass railing throughout to take nothing away from these views. And keep in mind, we're currently on the 21st floor of this building, and we have Bosporus right in front of us, Nishantasi to our right, and it is fantastic. We're shooting this episode in December, and even in December, weather is actually great. And can you imagine enjoying a space like this?
All right, in December, Istanbul gets really cold. It even snows, so this is a hot day. But this is your only cool area to hang out, and it's outdoors, which might be really cool in the summer. This is my favorite part of the condo for sure. It's pretty cool and badass to have a swimming pool at top of the, overlooking the whole beautiful city and everything. And, you can dip in there. It's not really a swimming pool, it's a dipping pool, but whatever, it's like a fun bachelor thing, right? Again, I see a bachelor being more attracted to a unit like this, which bachelors with, $9.75 million are very rare. It's much better gear condos towards the elderly who are retiring from big mansions and want to scale down. And this unit completely fails that as well. So I don't see it having a good resale value in the future because the buyer pool of bachelors is really small.
All right, everyone, that's it for the tour.
All right, guys, here's why I wouldn't purchase a unit like this, or I wouldn't recommend it to a client of mine. The list is long, but the last one is the most important one. Okay, number one, you have really small rooms. You have small living rooms. You don't even have a real primary bedroom. Then the views are subpar. It's very vertical. You don't have that grand space. You have to take stairs. It's not catered towards the most wealthy buyer pool, which is the elderly. But the most critical point that you should pay attention to if you're planning to buy a unit overseas is the economy of that country. Turkey, as wonderful as it is, and I highly recommend you guys visiting it, always has had one of the worst inflations in the world. The inflation rate as of January 2024 was 65%. Here's a graph of how their currency has depreciated against the dollar. If you're planning to purchase there, you got to remember you're converting your currency to their currency, you're purchasing it, and then that asset is going to fluctuate with that economy. Now, in property prices in Turkey, as inflation goes up, they do go up, but not as much as their currency drops in value. And that is a huge negative. But the biggest lesson you can learn from this video is if you see a converted building that was done in a, let's say, Mickey Mouse fashion, where the layout was not fixed, the ceiling heights were not fixed, the orientation of the unit, the windows, the views are subpar, don't fall victim to the label. That's just a sticker. If you want to buy a luxury brand, go find a building that was originally designed by that brand, right? Don't buy a converted job that is not done right. Now, have you ever watched the Home Alone movie? I've critiqued that home right here. If you're interested, watch this video right here. And if you want to learn how to spot flaws in luxury properties, subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the comment section.